So in a recent video you might have seen me kind of almost have like a Lego breakdown over how much I had and where I was going to put it. I have since kind of sorted some storage solutions. Still not ideal, but I have cleared some space already, so I'll show you what's happened. Well, there you go. This is underneath my desk. I've actually managed to fit a chair back underneath, and there's just my slippers, but hey, look at that. Where's all the Lego gone? And I might have shown this in the last video, but here's some of my Christmas sets boxed up, ready to go into some storage. But then over here is all the Lego that I decided, yeah, I can build that because it'll, take up less space once I built it. Well, you say that for about 50 sets, and then you do get stuff that's going to take up quite a bit of space. But hey, we're going to pick some of these sets and make some progress. Whilst I think picking a smaller set would be quicker to build, I really need to do one of these bigger ones. I mean, even though they're bigger, there's not much to it. Like, look at this one. It's mostly the road place and two tiny shops and two vehicles. Like, this won't take up much space at all once I built it, so I might do that. Or the train hiding underneath there, and then there's just some other bits that are, well, temporary storage down there, but we're focusing up here today. So yeah, I'm going to make a start and hopefully get through some of these. And in a video I talk about having too much Lego. What have I got here? More Lego! Although, fear not, because I did actually order these before Christmas, but they took forever to arrive, and then they've just been sitting in this box. So it's the Speed Champions Fast and Furious Dom's Charger, and I got one, and I got two. These were like, when I bought them, £13 each, which is a pretty great price, so obviously I got two. One's for me, and one is for investment. So I can put this one up there for the sell pile, and this one onto my build pile. So I've just emptied this classic bricks, what was it, the transparent bricks, which was actually a gift I got from Jake from Christmas a couple of years ago. Finally opened that one, thanks Jake. And it actually came with some instruction booklets and some numbered bags, which I didn't expect. Obviously, I've just put it into this other classic brick box that I had, so that's all just parts. I know I've got to sort through that, and hey, if it all fits in there, I don't need that box. That saves some space. But yeah, I didn't expect to get any instructions with it. Alright, so the first city set I'm going to build is this one. This kind of small petrol station. I mean, it is pretty basic, but I like the vehicles, so yeah, this shouldn't take too long to build. So I had to move the Lego from under my desk because I had this new radiator installed, and obviously you don't want to keep Lego in front of that, especially investment sets. I don't know if it'll damage the box or anything like that, but I mean, it'll also just block the heat, so I needed to move that. But the good thing is that I can actually sit at my desk now, and it's been a long time since I've been able to sit at it. Usually I've had to kind of sit just outside of it and then lean across, which isn't good for my neck or my back. So hey, all the positive. Oh, if you ever wondered why I got purple carpet, it was just like this when I moved into this room, and I never got around to changing it. But do you know what? It's kind of grown on me. It doesn't really bother me. So I've just opened up the box, and the first thing I noticed was this. The stickers and the instructions come in this little plastic bag, which is great because it protects them and they don't bend. But the funny thing was, when I built the office set recently, that didn't have any protection. This sticker sheet was all folded up, and that costs over £100. This costs, I think, maybe around 40. Alright, so I finished building the petrol station. It was a nice build, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty basic, to be honest with you, even for Lego's city standards. Like, if I just move these cars out of the way, like, that's it. I mean, I'm sure it doesn't need to be much, but that's all the inside. You get a TV, a coffee maker, a newspaper, and a hot dog. I don't know where they make the hot dog, but hey, it's there. But it's just so basic. It reminds me of something that I would have made when I was a kid, just out of spare parts. But the vehicles are pretty nice. Very, like, junior Speed Champions, I would say, especially for this one. So, I mean, the set was like 5+. I'm not too surprised, but it's a good beginning point for a Speed Champions car. And then, yeah, 4 minifigures, little chihuahua dog, mobile phone. Totally not a VW camper van. And then just some spare parts. Although the strange thing for spare parts were, I had these two parts included, I think it was in bags 2 and 3. But none of them are used in the set, so not only are they spare, they're also the wrong parts. I've never had that before. These mini builds are going to be so much easier to store away than compared to that massive box. I mean, the box could have been smaller. So the next set I'm going to build is this, Lego City, I believe it's called Shopping Street. And again, it's mostly road plates with a couple of shops that are just, well, there's not much to them. It's mostly just a facade, to be honest with you. So I'll probably build it as intended, then kind of disassemble it to see how, I'm going to use the parts of myself. Got a very basic city service truck. I'm not really a fan of that. It just, I don't know, it looks, too basic for my liking, but Now the sports car's okay, I guess. I don't know. To me, this is just an oversized parts pack for like a Lego City starter set, really. So once again, Lego have packaged the instructions in a sticker sheet. I wish they did this for all the sets, like every single Lego set. It just makes so much sense. It protects them. This is what we want to see. And of course, the set comes with some 16 by 16 grey plates, which are very useful. And then some of the road plates as well. And there we go. I've finished Shopping Street. I have to say, this was... It was pretty disappointing, I won't lie, but it's just a quick look. And I decided not to build the service repair truck, and instead I'm going to sell that. Probably won't get very much for it, but I just didn't like it, and sure I could use the parts, but, well, if it doesn't sell, and then I might use the parts, but yeah, that's what's missing in this little gap. But yeah, I mean, you do get 5 minifigures, or 6 if you include the one that comes with the service truck. They're all, you know, standard city style, although that one with the old man, I think it's kind of funny that he's an old man because that's an old torso print I haven't seen used in a little while, so that was kind of funny. So a funny thing about these lampposts, the one on the left is from the road plates pack and the one on the right is from this set. They use pretty much the same parts, so they're built differently, and sure, it's not a big deal when you can swap it out to make it match more, but I would have thought that, you know, considering the whole theme and integration of it, that they would have made them the same way. I don't know, I found that pretty strange, but the shops were very disappointing. I mean, like I said at the beginning before I even built this was essentially just an oversized parts pack for the road plates and those 16 by 16 grey plates, but I'll show you the insides of the shops. And yeah, that is pretty much it, especially for the bakery here. That is so disappointing. I mean, it doesn't even have a roof, really. Look at it, it's like 4 studs deep. Yeah, that's not great, and I don't know. Like, I like the food pieces, that's always a bonus, but hey, all-important coffee machine, but yeah, that's nothing. The fact, I think what bothers me most is how it doesn't have a proper roof. I mean, the sports shop, you know, again, it's also pretty barren in here, but again, no roof. Like, Lego City shops have always been pretty shallow and just shop fronts, essentially, but at least they used to have a roof. And some weird things with the doors on these two shops. Like this one, you know, you got the cash desk right by the door. I don't know, I would have moved it. I would have done that. I think that makes much more sense, but the other way is how the instructions say it. I don't know, that just looks more realistic to me. And then for the bakery, let me turn it back around again. You can't even open the door all the way because this table gets in the way. Look at it. I don't know. And then is this? I think it's supposed to be like a bike rack. Again, right by this little takeout, you know, window. Why would you put that there? Yeah, that's going to get in the way. Doesn't make sense to me. It's a cool design. I like the look of it, but it's just in the wrong place. Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, like I said, I'm going to use this for parts, so it's not a huge deal. I'm just glad I didn't pay full price for this. I think it was £60. I don't know, that's just, I don't see that value here. Now it's time to build these two smaller city sets. And this one, I think it's probably the oldest sealed set I have in my collection. I think this is from 2015, maybe, this set. I mean, I haven't had it since 2015, but I've had it for like at least 4 or 5 years, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's so small, I don't know why I haven't built it before. But I do already have one of these, which I have built, and I got closer to the original release date. But yeah, it's just a police little chase, really. And then this one was a gift I purchased from last year. It just reminds me of a classic set, and hey, it's just so nice. Though I think I bought this one on eBay, actually, so... But yeah, I didn't pay too much, if I did, because it is only small. But yeah, look at that, it's a road plate, woo, we love those. And it's just a cool delivery bike. I think that's pretty funny, really. And this is exactly why every Lego set should have the instructions and sticker sheets in a plastic bag, because here's this one. Look at that, the instruction book is folded, the sticker sheet is all curled up. Sure, it's only a small set, but still, it's not really the point. This shouldn't happen, Lego. Well, that's these two sets finished off, and I have to say, I enjoyed building both of them, even though they were pretty small. And as you can see, I have slightly changed up the police car, just from the instructions. So this sticker tile that says police at the front is supposed to go at the back, but I moved it to the front, and then shifted the windscreens backwards, just one stud. And this is what I did with my other one, which I already had built from many years ago. I just think this looks so much better. It's strange how just moving one part back can change the look of the entire thing, but it's pretty nice. It looks like you could fit 2 minifigures on the inside. There's a lot of open space, but you can only just fit one, unfortunately, which is pretty annoying. Then again, this set does come with 2 bad guys, so you probably wouldn't be able to fit both of them in there. Well, you definitely wouldn't be able to fit both of them in there. So they're just going to get away on the motorbikes. And there's this little terrain build as well. And then as for this set, it was nice. The only thing that bothers me were, well, First of all, I put these stickers on back to front for the bike, so that's a little bit annoying. But I guess I can get past that. It just doesn't make sense, obviously. It's the wrong way. But I just wish on the inside there was at least some suggestion of where the burgers are made, because all you've got is this coffee cup and nothing else. These have panes of glass in, so it's not like the minifigures can walk through. I thought it was just the frames. I didn't know there was like glass in there. So there's no kind of in and out access. But to me, the way I see this, I guess maybe I'm justifying it too much, is this, pretend the rest of the restaurant is literally just behind it. This is just a little kiosk for the delivery pickups. The rest of the restaurant exists. That's where the kitchen is. It's all over there, which I guess works. It'd be nice if Lego did do a bigger restaurant for Lego City, because I don't think they've done anything like that. At least not in a long time. No, maybe I could be wrong, but I don't think they've ever done anything like that. I mean, it was only recently we got a supermarket, so why not a restaurant as well? And then you can just add this on. I think that'd be great. Wow, it has been a long and productive day, and I've built plenty of Lego City sets, and I think it's time to round it out, finish the day on a big one. So I'm going to build this, set number 60292. I can't remember the exact name, but it's probably like Town Square or City Centre. I think it might be City Centre actually. Although, I mean, it's a car wash. Is that like a pizza shop and then a dojo on top? Sure, with some recycling bins. Okay, that's very much a city centre. And this one, I'm showing you the back of the box because I bought it from Amazon last year for half price, I believe. And they didn't even ship it in a box. So it arrived just like this. So on the front, there's full of shipping labels and things like that. So nothing too exciting to look at. But you know me, I'm never going to stop going on about how much I love it when they come in plastic bags. So protected. That's just so nice. I love it. But another thing I noticed, the bags, they're numbered obviously, but they got two different styles. So the white strip with the number down is, I think it's like the newer style, and then the numbered with the outlines like that is like the older style. So that's kind of strange. It's the same with a few other bags in this set as well. Look at that, there's a brick separator. I've got about 50,000 of these now. What do you do with all your leftover brick separators? Let me know in the comments. So there's quite a lot of instruction booklets, 5 to be precise, and the 5th one is quite thick. But the one thing I don't like about these is how, do you remember the old days when if you had multiple instruction booklets, obviously each one's for a different mini build, the picture on the front would be of just that mini build. For these, it's just a picture of the box art, and I don't know what I'm building, and it's the same for all of them. Obviously, for even more recent sets, the instruction booklets look just so plain and almost like a knockoff, There's like so much less detail on those newer ones, so at least this isn't that bad. But I miss the days where, for example, if I'm building that truck, is this going to be a picture of that truck? Or if it's just this car wash, do you know what I'm talking about? I miss those days. And there it is, the city centre, although I have to say it's not really much of a city centre when it's just a car wash and a pizza shop. But hey, this is one I enjoyed building the most out of all the sets I built today, which is kind of fitting as it's the last one because I'm very tired now, but what a productive day. And I've just about got enough space to display it all here. But yeah, some of the things I do quite like. The car wash is pretty big, but it does fit the truck in, so that works. The car is so small, but I just love that. And one thing that surprised me was this police officer doesn't have any handcuffs to arrest this crook. That's a first, I think. Love this dog mould for the seeing eye guidance dog. That's very nice. A baby, which I didn't know was included in this set. And this little playground thing, which can fit the baby on it. Pizza shop, and then dojo on top. And then obviously there's a stack of pizza boxes on fire there. And this firefighter has a stud shooter to save the day. Woohoo! Because we love those. The truck was actually a very enjoyable build. I was almost not sure about it, just looking at it, but it's pretty solid and definitely a standout for me for this set. Recycling bins at the back there are just kind of basic. We've seen things like that before, but the slots for the paper and the bottles, that's what these white tiles represent, paper, are perfect. It just fits in. It's so satisfying. Same with the bottles behind there. I just wish, we got some newspapers or some other printed tiles instead of just plain white ones. To be honest, my main criticism about this pizza shop is that it doesn't really utilise this. This is on a 16 by 16 plate, which is, a win-win really if you think about it. But it's just so much wasted space. You've got a table there, but no chairs. So that could have been better. And, if I move these minifigures, that's just not being used. The dojo was nice, but there's just barely enough room to fit these two minifigures in here. Just, that's pretty much any pose you can get them in. But hey, it's nice that they got these two training swords. I don't know what type of martial art they're doing, but, there's that. And then it also comes with these nice kind of helmet headgear pieces that I don't know the correct term for. They look very cool as well. And then there's also a rooftop garden for the pizza chef. There's just a close look at those 2 minifigures from the dojo. And there's what she looks like with the headgear piece on as well. And here are the spare parts. Some pretty basic 1x1 studs and things like that. Brick separator, of course. And these ones were the more interesting spare parts. A couple more spare swords, some fruit and veg pieces, little flame, another oar, a paddle for the pizza, and this string piece as well. So they're all quite nicer bonuses, really. Sorry for the rays of light shining down there from my overhead lights, but wow, I built a lot of Lego sets today, and it's very late now. I'm pretty shattered, so I'm gonna call it a day. I've done some good work, cleared up some space, and those sets just, I've already sorted them away now, and they just fit into my built set storage area so much better than they would have in the sealed set area, which is fine. But I did really enjoy building those, actually, and hey, now that they're built, it kind of gives me motivation to actually make that Lego City layout. So that's something to think about. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now. I got out this Oreo ice cream to treat myself after building all that Lego, but I got it out during the building of the city centre set, and by the time I finished that, it's melted.